Rosie! Rosie and Jim, chugging along on the old rag doll. Rosie and Jim, and John, he steers the boat. We go to play and have a look
with Rosie's bag,
Jim's drawing book. The world drifts by the window frame, and Rosie and Jim, we play our games. Rosie and Jim, finding stories every day. Rosie and Jim, and John, he writes them down.
Hello, I'm John. You saw me steering the boat earlier on, but that's not my real work. My real work is writing books, and they're books for children just like you. I'm making a new one just now. It's all about Rosie and Jim. They're my two rag dolls that I have on the boat. I like to pretend that they come to life. And I get ideas for the stories about them from the things I see as I travel on my boat. What shall I put in my story today? Well, it's a fine day, so I'll start with that. One fine day. And now I'll draw the river with my two blue pens, like this. And my boat is just here. So I'll put this picture of it on the book to show the place. And now I'll be on my way. Get my life jacket on. That's it. And I'll have a look at my book. My book says down here I can go and see some falcons in a country park. That sounds like a good place to find ideas for a story. So I'll get the engine started and on my way.
Quack, 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 quack.
Thanks, Duck. We're moving, Rosie.
Where are we going to, Jim?
I'm looking forward to seeing the falcons. They're such unusual, big birds.
Here we go, Jim. We're off to see some special big birds.
You mean we're going all the way down here just to see some birds?
Big birds with lots of feathers.
But we see birds with feathers every day.
But these are special.
Like Duck.
Yeah.
Special birds get hungry, Rosie. Your
Yeah.
turn.
I did it last time.
You didn't?
Oh, all right then. Duck, look. Oh, some for you. Okay, and some for you. You want some more? One more. Oh, you're our special bird. Oh. Bye. Jim, you'll get fat.
I won't. I'm a ragdoll, Rosie. Only children grow bigger.
Those children are feeding that swan as well. Jim, there's a swan eating some bread.
Hey, Rosie. The more it eats, the bigger it grows. From the end of its tail to the tip of his nose.
Gobbin! Swans don't have noses.
No, they have beaks, don't
Yeah.
Ah, this is the place to moor for the country park. My book says they have special birds called falcons there. I'll go in and have a look.
get left behind.
Look, Rosie, birds can fly high, high up in the sky.
Yes, but Fizzgog's going to see some special birds. Come on.
Well, it's a beautiful bird. Of course, this isn't the sort of bird people would find flying down in their gardens, is it?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautifully smooth feathers. That's...
Come from abroad.
Jim, Fizzgog says that these big birds never go in your garden.
No, you only see them in special places, Rosie. I can hear some bells ringing. Can you, Rosie?
And you notice now, of course, how the bells sound.
Yes,
So that
yes.
if she does happen to go off, then of course we can find her again. So of course she's coming back for just a small reward each time.
Yes. She's really enjoyed that, didn't she?
That's right. Would you like to try?
Well, I would, yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Right.
A new experience.
Let's just put her on the perch.
I suppose I'll need a glove.
You'll
won't
need
I?
a glove, yes.
Certainly.
Look, Fizzgog's having a go now.
There it is.
It's all
That's,
right
no,
like
that's
that.
okay there. So we can just show her.
Do I need to hold my hand?
KJ!
Good bird. Good girl. Good girl. Can feel how heavy you are now.
That bird's got lots of feathers, not like Duck on our boat. Oh, here's a big feather. Jim, these feathers are all tickly-wickly.
Rosie, they're all tickly-wickly because they're from those special big, big birds.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful bird, and she's got a hat on, I see.
That's right. This is, of course, what we call the Falcon's hood. It's a very important piece of equipment. And the reason for the hood is so that the bird will sit nice and steady. Because, of course, what I've done, I've blindfolded her. If we put our hands over our eyes, then, of course, we can't see what's happening. And
Yes.
so she'll sit nice and steady.
Rosie, that bird's got a hat on.
With a tickly-wickly feather on top.
I see that this bird's being weighed on the scales, is that right?
That's right. I need to know that when I actually fly the bird that he's going to return to me. And
Ah.
if he's too fat, of course, all he'd want to do is to sit in a tree and rest.
Oh, it'd be just too heavy.
That's right.
Oh, I see. And if it's too thin,
If he's too thin, of course, he would probably be too weak and he wouldn't be able to fly very well anyway.
wouldn't be strong enough, so he's got to be really fit.
That's right.
Jim, I wish I could fly high up in the sky.
Yeah, high, high up in the clouds.
So it's quite a small bird compared with some of the others that you have. Can it fly very high?
Yes, indeed. Though it's a small bird, it's very, very strong and it can fly right up, well, sometimes into the clouds and disappear.
Really?
Yes.
Marvellous. Wish I could do that.
Ah, right. Well, this one is a little bit too heavy to fly yet, so I'll put him back on his perch.
Good.
Now we're using a very special falconer's knot, because of course I've only got one hand that I can actually use to tie it up.
I think I should learn that knot for tying my boat up.
That's right.
Be very
yeah.
useful.
And of course also, the hood, I have to use my fingers and my teeth.
Oh, yes, yeah. To loosen it.
Quack, quack, quack.
Thanks, Duck.
Lovely duck. Tickly-Wickly bird, lots of feathers on my bird. Tickly-Wickly.
More feathers, please, Rosie.
Okay. There. One for you. Tickly-Wickly. There, I'm busy now with my bird.
More feathers, please, Rosie.
Oh, Jim, I'm busy. This is the last one. There. Up we go. That's it. And stick the last feather on there. Oh, Jim, I finished my teeny tiny tickly-wickly bird.
Rosie.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I finished my tickly bird too, Rosie. Rosie.
Yeah?
Tickly, wickly, wickly, wickly.
Stop it!
Rosie. Tickly bird's tickling his tickly song.
Buzzcocks coming.
We've tickled too long.
I really love seeing those birds. I'm sure they'll give me lots of ideas for stories. But what's happened to Duck? He's covered all over in feathers. I don't know. Never mind. I'll get on with my story.
He's coming.
I have lots of ideas now for my Rosie and Jim stories. And now I'm going to write in my book the story all about Rosie and Jim and what they would have got up to if they could have come to life today. One fine day, Rosie and Jim were chugging along on the old rag doll when they came to a great forest. In the middle of the forest, Jim said, "I want to go home." "Noggin," said Rosie. "I don't know the way." "We are lost," said Jim. They sat down under a tree. The wind blew and the tree dropped its leaves on them. "It's a tickly-wickly tree," said Rosie. Then the birds came and dropped feathers on them. "More tickly-wicklies," said Jim. "We're like the babes in the wood." "It's time for the kind woodcutter to come," said Rosie. "And take us to his log cabin for bacon and eggs," said Jim. There was no woodcutter, but there was a huge bird. It flew down and picked Jim up in its claws. "Help!" said Jim. "Don't gobble me up." The bird didn't eat Jim. It took him home. Then it came back for Rosie. What a fright it gave Duck. "Give it some meat," said Rosie, "to say thank you."
Rosie.
Rosie and Jim, chugging along on the old rag doll.
I'm off now to see what I can find to make a new story for next time. So I'll say goodbye. Goodbye. The end.